Welcome to New Life Live, the premier place to receive free advice from Christian psychologists and counselors for the mental, emotional, relational, and spiritual challenges you face. Since 1988, we've offered compassionate responses that combine God's truth with proven psychological principles to guide you toward healing. Our phone lines are open. Call us now at 1-800-229-3000.
Hello and welcome to New Life Live. I'm your host, Brian Perez, and we're going to be in the studio for 2 hours today to talk to you about whatever it is you're going through. And no question is off limits. The only thing between you and progress is fear, and you don't want fear to win today. So call in. 1-800-229-3000 is the number. Answering your questions, we've got clinical psychologist Dr. Jill Hubbard. How are you, Jill?
Jill went up a hill.
Yeah. I don't know. And Chris Williams is here too. He's a licensed marriage and family therapist. Chris, are you going to be confessing something today?
Well, we do have confession. I was thinking.
We're waiting.
There's part of it. I wish my name was Jack. Then it could be Jack and
I
Jill,
know,
right?
I know. Yeah,
but
that was my dad.
He was Jack.
He was.
Oh, that's one of my best friend growing up. His name was Jack as well. One of my favorite names. So. I'm just delaying. I'm filibustering from the confession. Okay?
Yes, okay.
This one's tough, guys. Ready? I have bad motives. So, yeah. I have bad motives.
Wow,
so, bad motives exist inside of me, and they have consequences. And so you had mentioned at the top of the show there, Brian, that don't let fear get in the way of your progress. And I'm like, no truer words than that. So many of my motives can be driven by fear, which then drives, it could be greed, it could be vengeance, it could be a lot of different things. And so, yeah. But here's the other problem. I think I'm a really, really good guy. You know?
Okay.
And so, but there is a Bible verse that really speaks to this. And I'm bringing this out, because I actually have a coach and he's working me through some things. And he asks this annoying question all the time. Chris, why are you doing that? And then he says, no, let's get into a deeper why. Let's get into a deeper why. Why are you really doing this? And he believes really strongly that God is in our motives. And we can see that in Proverbs 16, verse 2. All of a person's ways seem pure to them. Right? Like, I think I'm a good guy. I give myself the benefit of the doubt most of the time. I think I'm right and I think I have the right way. And then it says this, but motives are weighed by the Lord. And it tells us that God cares about our motives. And so I think Christmas season is a great time to, and especially coming up in the new year when we think about resolutions, but this is the time of year to, I think, ask the deeper question, why? And to allow God into our motivation, to allow ourselves to test our faith, test our trust, test our love. Am I doing this purely out of obligation? Am I doing this? This is one of my really bad motivations. Am I doing this to look good? I mean, I'm telling you, so much of my motivations are, I'm doing this to look good for the approval of man rather than the approval of God. And so as you enter into this, whether it be presents or events or it could be fears, decisions, all these things, I invite you to join me in asking the deeper question, Chris or self, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Is God in it?
Kind of check our motives.
Yes,
constantly.
check our motives and check ourselves and see if we're out of alignment with God. See if we're out of alignment with God's will. And usually what comes up is some sort of fear, some sort of anxiety, or a desire that we want to take into our own hands rather than to surrender to God. And I think that's the first step in understanding our off motivations. Is that the first step of the solution is what we learn in recovery, and that is I just have to surrender. God, this is you. Purify my heart, make my ways pure. Yeah.
I think this time of year, too, with people who overspend at the holidays, it's like, are you doing it because you really want to bless somebody or because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak?
That's right. Yep.
So we can help you with all that and more. Call in today to New Life Live, 1-800-229-3000.
Are you ready for the holidays or are you dreading the holidays? Well, we have a new webinar, and it's called Healthy Holiday Boundaries. The holiday season often brings joy, but it also can bring pressure, guilt, and emotional overwhelm. Healthy Holiday Boundaries is a 90-minute faith-based webinar. You'll learn how to protect your peace, manage expectations, and set healthy limits without guilt. Whether you're facing family tensions, an overcommitted schedule, or emotional fatigue, this webinar will help you reclaim calm and connection. This isn't just information, it's an invitation.
The Healthy Holidays Boundaries webinar is Wednesday evening, December 10th. Call 1-800-NEW-LIFE or go online to newlife.com. Experience the freedom Christ offers and discover how to give your best yes and your healthiest no this holiday season. 1-800-639-5433. To find out more information about New Life or to order any of the resources mentioned on today's program, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Now back to New Life Live.
The words "'tis the season" can elicit feelings of glee in some, not so much in others. For many reasons, the holidays can be especially difficult for those in recovery. And we want to support you in your recovery journey, so we have a few things to help. First is a free tip sheet called 5 Tips for Working Your Recovery During the Holidays. We'll send it your way when you call 1-800-NEW-LIFE and ask for it. There's also a Life Recovery Today episode on this topic. You can find it on our YouTube channel under the Life Recovery Today playlist. Just search for the name of our guest and you'll see it. Our guest was Corey Busk. And if you're looking to connect with a New Life recovery group, visit newlife.com for all the information on groups and to find many other life recovery resources. Let's go to the phones now. 1-800-229-3000 is our number, and we're going to begin with Tracy in Peoria, Illinois, listening on WPEO. Hey, Tracy, welcome to New Life Live.
Hi there. Thank you for taking my call. I listen to your program as frequently, as often as I'm able to.
Thank you, Tracy.
I've called in before, and you guys have been really helpful for me.
Oh, thank you.
Basically, the situation with me is this. I've been unemployed since about the middle of June. I have been receiving unemployment, but that's about, very close to running out. In the meantime, I was sidetracked with a surgery that I had to have. I had it about a week and a half ago, and it was it's a major surgery. Because I rent and I'm on a month-to-month lease at the moment, I am facing the possibility of homelessness or eviction. So my question is, I guess, I don't know which one to focus. I mean, it's hard for me to figure out which one I need to focus on.
Tracy, do you have...
And where do I go from here?
Yeah, do you have family support or friend support?
I have. I've had family support in the past. I've also had friend support.
Okay. Yeah, because I really think that this is a time to send out the smoke signals to your tribe, to the people around you, to start off with saying that, like, hey, here's the situation I'm in. Because this is near and dear to my heart. Something just recently found out about a friend, and he's now in a really difficult, desperate situation, and it's not too late, but it's almost too late. And I was just heartbroken that he didn't let me know sooner. He didn't want to burden me. I get that. He didn't want to, it breaks my heart to think that, like, hey, Chris is too busy, or I don't want to burden him, or whatever.
His shame, perhaps.
Or yeah. So he was thinking, the story he's writing about me, whether I was too busy or I would be too burdened, it stopped him from doing something I desperately wanted to do that didn't know I had the opportunity to, which was help him.
Well, and yes, and I think there's a distinction between the person that is always in a bad spot, always needing help,
Yes.
and has burnt people out,
Yes.
versus someone has been a semi-functioning person but hits hard times.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And that's usually where pride steps in and shame, and it's hard to reach out and say, hey, can you help me problem solve here?
Yes.
Right? And some, I think it's a little easier, perhaps, Tracy, to ask someone to help you problem solve and let them know you're struggling, not that you're plopping yourself on their porch and expecting them to fix your life. That's very different, right?
Right.
It's like, can you help me
it is.
process this? I'm having a hard time prioritizing and knowing which problem I need to address first. Can we meet? And I think people are very open to that because you're taking responsibility for your problems, and you're saying, but I need to sort this out. And someone else, putting two heads together, or three or four, drawing people around, asking for prayer and asking for input.
Yes.
That's what we're supposed to do. That's the body of Christ at work.
Yes, absolutely.
So
I will say this. I have asked help from several of them in the past, and I don't think they're really burned out. But
Okay.
I will say this. I have taken into consideration we're all around the same age demographic, and they have familial obligations, whereas I don't. So I try to take things like that into consideration. And it has, I will say this too, it has affected my mental health, obviously.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm just, I feel like I've become kind of, I don't know, maybe, I guess I would say numb. Not really numb, but just not able, because I'm not able to make a decision. I'm not really doing anything.
Yeah, that's a freeze response. So you've gotten into paralysis of imagination and decision making.
Yes.
And that's a that's very common for the situation that you're in, because you're in that felt hopelessness, helplessness state. And that's also where depression
I hate feeling that way.
I know, and we don't want you to feel that way either, because it really is a dangerous place. But I want you to consider something else. You're saying, hey, I know that they have family obligations. I want you to consider yourself family to your friends. That you are part of their family. And I say this on behalf of a different, kind of this, Tracy, I'll admit it, I'm projecting on you right now, some of my stuff. I'm like, I wanted my friend to consider me family so I can help him, And that's what I want you to do. I want you to consider yourself family. And I really just want to double down on what Jill said, because it's not just that someone can come in and write a check, even though that might be helpful and that might actually be part of it, but they can come in and help lift the clouds of hopelessness and helplessness, help find solutions that may be hiding in plain sight, or exploring those solutions that will help you get through this season where you can get back on your feet or find longer-term solutions.
Well, and also to think about, Tracy, where is your resistance in terms of your situation? Because I mentioned we all have a little bit of pride, right? Even when we're down and out, we never like to see ourselves as maybe in as great a need as we are.
Yes, yeah.
And so what are you willing to do to help yourself? And where do you find yourself hitting up against avoidance, which is often a resistance?
I would say I know from previous, kind of almost not quite similar, but other circumstances where I've had temporary employment, where I've not had been unemployed. That's not my first. This is not my first rodeo with that. I would say pride.
Okay.
First and foremost.
And what does it keep you from doing?
Say, well, they heard me doing. Pardon me.
What does that keep you from doing? What does your pride keep you from doing?
Asking for help.
Okay. Yep.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. Okay. And you're unemployed, so it's easy to. And you've had surgery. It's easy to, and right now you're not homeless, but it's easy
No, I'm not.
to spend your days at home hiding. And so
Yeah.
I want you to think about,
Yeah.
is it possible for you to leave your house every day? And is it possible for you to make contact with somebody every day?
Tracy?
I have been making contact.
Okay.
Not necessarily, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Friends, doctors' offices for
Okay.
follow-up appointments and things like that. Haven't
Okay.
been able to get out every day because of the weather here.
Okay, yeah.
For a while.
Yeah, we're in Southern
But I've
California,
been
so.
able to reach out in other ways.
Okay. Okay, and talk, you're able to hear another voice, not just a text?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And so, and I don't know, weather can be difficult. But, and I don't know, are you in a house or an apartment or?
Apartment.
Okay. Is it an enclosed building?
Yes.
Okay. So could you walk the halls? Could you at least leave your dwelling area?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay.
Now, wasn't able to right after the surgery.
Oh,
But
obviously, yeah.
I can now.
Yeah. So it's
and
important.
I also have across the hall from me a four-legged friend.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So that's important to get out where you're moving around other people because there's something different, even if you're going to get your mail, right, and seeing other people.
Right.
That's really important because too much time alone at home can cause depression to settle.
I've
So-
been there.
Yeah. So that's an active step. As much as you can get out, get out. It helps to shift your brain.
Tracy, we're going to send you a copy of Take Your Life Back from the newlife.com store. Thank you so much for calling in today to New Life Live at 1-800-229-3000. And an encouragement to everyone watching and listening to pray for Tracy, but also to be ready to help the Tracys in your life. It could be the neighbor that lives across the way or something. And, especially as the body of Christ, we need to remember to come alongside people that are hurting.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk now to Krista in Sacramento, who's listening to us on the New Life app. Thank you, Krista, for downloading the app, and thanks for calling in today.
Thank you for taking my call.
Of course.
So I really enjoyed listening to Tracy because I like to hit home with that. So I've been married for 3 years, and it was all broken promises. And now I believe I want to leave him, but it's really, really hard. He has this narcissistic personality. I can't say he actually is one, but it's close to it. He promised me. Okay, so he bought this house. We went house shopping before we got married. He let me pick out the house of my choice. He put the down payment down, but after that, we've been splitting the bills. Well, I paid all the bills as far as PG&E, water, and stuff like that, and half the mortgage. Well, he says once we get married, we got married 8 months later, I'm going to put your name on the deed. Now he tells me, no, this house belongs to my children.
Wow.
It's just things like that. But I have spent, he makes double what I make, but I have to buy the food, I have to buy everything because he's saving for our retirement. But then he also sometimes says, no, my retirement money is going to my children if something happens to me. You need to get life insurance on me. I want to know why I know everything, I know better, but why is it so hard for me to leave?
What would you guys say to
Wow.
Krista?
Before I answer
There's a
that
lot
question,
more,
Krista,
but-
I'm just
I'm sure
curious. When you confront him on these things, I would call this fiduciary abuse.
Yeah.
When you confront him on these financial issues, what's his response?
So he's a ticking time bomb. I never seen him before we got married. Any conversation that I start, I don't care if it's something fun, it's always an argument, like it's a manipulation thing.
Yeah.
So if I say anything, he's literally a time bomb. He just goes off the handle. And I know it's manipulation.
Yeah,
like
for
I said,
sure.
I know better. I know better, but it's just so hard. Like, I don't.
Well,
you guys text me, and it hit home. That's why I called.
Well, let me.
Because I'm constantly pleasing people.
Yeah. Well, I think you said it right there.
Yeah.
I'm constantly pleasing people. So, you hear the music. We're about to go to a break, but here's the question I want you to consider, because this is the thing that constantly stops us from making the next best decision. It's fear. And so during the break, Chris, I want you to ask yourself the question, and ask it kind of in your heart level, not just your head level, your heart level. What am I afraid of? If I were to leave, what am I afraid of? And there could be a lot of layers to that, so stick with it.
It's very similar, and Krista even said that it's very similar to Tracy's phone call, our first caller, because she's just in this, what do I do now? Trying to make a decision. So we'll be back in just a moment to help you, Krista, on New Life Live.
Hello, everybody. It's Becky Brown, and I'm coming to you with an urgent need. There are many people that are in difficult relationships, difficult places in their lives.
How do I navigate through that and not to hurt my son?
We had some generous friends of New Life that started a matching gift, and every gift will be doubled up to $475,000. The matching window closes December 31st, so don't wait. Every moment matters in recovery, healing, and restoration.
I do a lot of work in my local church, and so just being able to hear y'all work through some of these situations really helps me to have some insight on how to help others.
Make your gift today by going to newlife.com, click on Donate, or text the word MATCH to 28950. You can also call us, 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Together, we will bring hope and help to so many more people. And I want to say thank you in advance. Call 1-800-NEW-LIFE, or you can text the word MATCH to 28950.
I was sort of vaguely familiar that the 12 steps had some origination in the Bible. I found life recovery, and one of the things I liked so much was that it had such a broad appeal. It wasn't limited to just alcohol or drugs, that it was addressing a wide range of problems.
At New Life, we believe everyone can benefit from a life recovery experience. There are life recovery groups all over the country. They take place online, in conference calls, and in person. And if there isn't one in your area, we can help you start one. We have startup materials, leaders' guides, CDs, Bibles, and more, all with discounts available for groups. Call us at 1-800-NEW-LIFE and ask for Terry Ward. The 12 Steps have long been a great help to people in recovery because much of the 12 Steps' power comes from the fact that they capture principles clearly revealed in the Bible.
The 12 steps is really a pattern for all of us as Christians.
Call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. That's 1-800-639-5433. To find out more information about New Life or to order any of the resources mentioned on today's program, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Now back to New Life Live.
And let's talk to Krista again in Sacramento. Thanks for calling in today, Krista. So you heard Chris Williams' question. Did you get a chance to mull it over?
Yes. Yes. This is the fear of, it's just fear of not, I'm sorry, what was his question? I'm sorry, I just got distracted.
No problem. Just real simply, Krista, in leaving your husband, what are you afraid of?
Of hurting him.
Oh. Okay, that was different than what we thought, but yeah.
Okay, but take it a step back, not just if in leaving him. What are you afraid of in general, like staying or leaving?
Also, I'm 62, and I'm afraid of being by myself.
Okay.
I know several friends or associates that live by themselves, and their family members found them deceased. And no one knew.
Yeah. So you're afraid of being alone.
Yes.
Yeah, and all that goes with that. But you're also afraid of hurting this husband who seems to have no problem hurting you.
Absolutely.
Does that go back to the people-pleasing and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Krista, that this is where all this points to. Deep down inside of you, somewhere along the way, you had a belief that got set in that you aren't worthy. That you aren't worthy of genuine love. And that if you, it's kind of what we call a good-bad split. If your husband hurts or if you do something that upsets him, it means you're bad.
Yes.
And if you're bad, you're unworthy of being with.
Well,
you know?
and this is how people get in with narcissists, because it's like, could I maybe be worthy? Because this person is showering me with what I've always wanted, so maybe I am worthy.
Yeah.
Like there's that hope that this person has something and sees something in you until they have you.
Well, and that's the real...
And that's the bait and switch.
Yes, and that's the damage. It's because the control of worth is in the hands of the narcissist.
Yes.
I will make you feel bad about yourself until you do what I do, and then I'll make you feel good about yourself. And so you're really caught. Actually, it's
the other way around.
Yeah,
actually.
and it's actually a trap.
I make you feel good about yourself, and then once I have you, I'm going to make you feel bad about yourself. So then you won't leave, and I'll have control.
Yeah,
right.
Because you'll be dependent upon me to feel good about yourself. And that's actually the heart. If everyone wants to know what a trauma bond is, that's the heart of a trauma bond right there. And so that's why I went back to there's a belief inside of yourself. Because this idea of, he's told you plenty of broken promises, but it's not true. I mean, California is a 50-50 state. It doesn't matter what name that house is in. Half of it's yours.
Yeah.
Half of all the assets, the community property is yours, unless there was a prenuptial agreement.
Yeah.
And so, if he makes more than you, then he's kind of on the hook for alimony.
And all those payments
spousal support.
that you are making, I hope you are keeping record of.
Yes.
You need to keep record of everything. That's important with somebody that you're having a hard time trusting.
Yeah.
Right?
And here is, ironically, what I love about your age. is because they have these wonderful retirement communities.
Well, 62, she's not ready to retire.
It's not, retirement is just a word.
Okay.
55 and older communities.
Oh, yeah.
Where these lived-in neighborhoods where you go and they have constant activities.
Mm-hmm. Oh, meaning
yes.
she wouldn't necessarily have to be alone.
We want to solve the problem of aloneness.
Gotcha.
And so that's what I'm thinking. It's like there's places to live where...
Okay. Yes, there are.
Okay,
but I have an idea.
Yes,
okay,
go for it, Jill.
So, Krista, with or without your husband, because it's a big step. I get it. You've been married 3 years, and to think of changing everything. So I think you start by with or without him. What do you need to do different in your life? How do you need to take greater charge of your life? And one of the things that I would do is I would get some legal input. You need to know what your rights are and where financially where you would be with or without him, because so that you don't live in this fear of, if I don't please him, I'm going to be destitute. Okay? That will give you, knowledge is power, right? That'll give you some confidence. And then what do you want your life to look like, with or without him? Start doing...
Want peace.
Okay, well... Okay, but peace is kind of like can be the absence of anything happening. And I think as you start to feel more confident and are not solely reliant on him for your time, your entertainment, you start having a life in addition to the one with him.
Because I want peace, but I'm not sure you do.
To
what Jill is saying.
Life.
Because, I want you to have peace, but peace is really integration, wholeness.
Yeah.
You're married to chaos and rage and disruption. You'll never have peace if it's dependent upon him.
And our peace comes from the Lord, but it doesn't mean the lack of any conflict.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean just sitting at home listening to birds whistling outside.
No.
Or anything
Well,
like that.
even Scripture says, seek peace and pursue it. It's an action. It's not passive.
It's not passive. Yeah.
Krista, we're going to send you a copy of Take Your Life Back from the newlife.com store, and we're going to take a break and be back with more of your calls, 1-800-229-3000.
I went to Every Man's Battle in 2012. My sexual integrity was not what it should have been. I sought out affairs, whether physical or emotional. Until I came to Every Man's Battle, I didn't understand that would never fill that void.
Every day, men struggle with sexual integrity. Impure thoughts, strip clubs, affairs, pornography.
The shame and guilt was overwhelming.
For over 20 years, New Life Ministries has been helping men regain their integrity through their one-of-a-kind Every Man's Battle Intensive.
You will discover what the true root of your pain is, and you will discover how to overcome.
You don't have to struggle any longer. Get help in Orange County, California, January 23rd through the 25th. Call 1-800-NEW-LIFE to register or to find out more. 1-800-639-5433 or online at newlife.com. Enter the code NLL for a discount.
Every Man's Battle saved my life.
1-800-NEW-LIFE and the discount code NLL. Do you need help for life's hard situations?
My husband recently said he wanted a divorce.
I'm confused on what I should do.
I have an eating disorder.
New Life Live answers your questions on relationships, grief, addiction, trauma, anxiety, and much more, all from a biblical perspective with our panel of professional counselors and psychologists.
I learn a lot from your program.
You help so many people.
I appreciate your ministry.
Whether you listen or watch, there are so many ways to connect with us to ask our panel of counselors a question. Call us Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific at 1-800-229-3000 to ask your question on New Life Live. Or go to newlife.com/radio for other ways to get your question answered.
I'm trying to find help.
I just want to know how to set boundaries.
If it's a sin, what am I supposed to do?
Need a therapist or a coach, a resource, or an intensive? Call us at 1-800-NEW-LIFE. That's 1-800-639-5433. 1-800-NEW-LIFE. To find out more information about New Life or to order any of the resources mentioned on today's program, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Now back to New Life Live.
Jason, Kaylin, Terry, all coming up. Larita, you are next. And as people call in to New Life Live, including, we had Tracy and Krista already on the program. As you tune in to New Life and listen to the teachings or connect with a counselor or coach, your gift makes it possible for them to receive the help that they need when they need it most. And through the end of this year, your gift will go twice as far because we're in the middle of a matching gift challenge up to $475,000. You can help us with this. You can help us meet that match by going to newlife.com/match or by calling 1-800-NEW-LIFE or text the word match to 28950. Thank you so much for whatever you can do. It's going to be doubled right now. Now let's talk to Larita in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, listening on newlife.com. Thank you, Larita, for calling in today.
Thank you. Thank you for your ministry. You've been a great help to me in the past, so I thought of you first when this question came up.
All right. What is that question? What's going on?
The question is, should I continue to give my son gifts and money for Christmas as I have in the past?
Okay.
So,
how old's your son?
He's in his mid-40s, and I am in my late 70s. I have recently realized he has some type of mental illness with paranoia. I knew in the past he had PTSD, but I see him very seldom. It's definitely a one-sided relationship. He never reaches out to me, but I try to reach out to him. He lives more than an hour away. But the last time I saw him in October, it ended very badly, and I realized that there was a serious problem. He's into all of the political, disruption that's going on in our country. and he said, I'm an oppressor, and that Christians are responsible for the problems that are going on in our nation, and that essentially he was saying we can't have a relationship anymore because we're on opposite sides of the fence.
Wow.
And I realized that he really was like scared. He told me that he couldn't come to my house anymore because the local police have the ability to get into homes without search warrants, and they could put him in a work concentration camp. And I guess I have missed the warning signs over the last couple of years because I'm not around him much.
Sure, and then you see it up close. And Loretta, are you aware of your son being involved in any drug use?
Probably in the past when he was a teenager. I am not. I don't see him enough now to know.
To know. Okay.
He doesn't have a steady job, so I don't know where he would get the money for any of that.
Well, you'd be surprised how people can get things. And I only say that because if he's already got some mental illness issues, drug use can bring them out, even more so.
Mm-hmm. Especially that paranoia piece.
Yes, the paranoia piece. Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess, rather than trying to fix his problem, I just want to know what is my role, because he made it pretty clear that he didn't want to see me.
Yeah.
And so I want to show him I love him, but I don't know how he would receive that. Because he's anything that I do, I think he's going to attach something to it that's not the case, that I'm out to get him, or I'm the cause of his problems or whatever. So
well, Loretta, whatever is happening inside of him is, as you're painfully finding out, is totally out of control of what you can do or not do. You are fundamentally powerless against his motives, his desires, his decisions, all of those things, how he sees the world. And so I just find that what is most helpful is that I want to live well within my value system, whatever it means to the other person. Meaning, like, I can't control, like, if I send you a present and you look at that and you interpret that in some nefarious way, I can't control that.
Yes.
And so I can still want to bless you or honor you or love you in a particular way. It's up to you to receive it however you want.
Right. So we don't always base it on how the other person might interpret it.
Yeah. So those decisions come down to kind of like what I started with the top of the show with, was the why.
Yeah. Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? Am I just doing this simply, like, for me, if I was in your situation, it's like, I just want to love him. I want to send him a couple presents and just make sure he has a few extra bucks in his pocket, then I'm going to do that. Whatever he does with that, that's his responsibility, not mine.
Well, and realizing, like you said, he's mentally ill. And so his reasoning is not always going to be from the most stable place.
Yeah.
But yours is, right? And so, what if you sent him some food items, right? Or just things that would maybe meet his needs, not trying to win his love, but just because you care about him.
Yeah, so I guess I could, I don't think he wants to see me. So, usually they would come here.
Is he married?
No.
Okay.
He cohabitates with a woman that I don't have she hasn't tried to develop a relationship with me. Okay. But usually they would come here like once a year at Christmas, and then we would give them gifts. So he's not going to come here this year. He already told me the police are going to get him. So I guess my dilemma is, I don't know how I get him gifts. I guess I could try to drop something
You can't mail?
Yeah, I mean, not food items, but I could try to mail stuff.
Yeah. That's why
I mean, you can send things straight from,
Yeah.
Send him a food package or something, right? Just, something that's just nice. It's not overboard, right?
Yeah. And just
some eat them.
I usually,
Okay, go ahead.
I can do. Okay, that's good. You're answering my question. So I should continue to give him the gifts, even though he might misinterpret it. That's on him, not me.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, he's your child. Yeah. He's ill, right? It's okay especially at Christmas. It's not like you're, helping him survive every month or going overboard. It's like, something to say, I'm still here, I still love you, even though we're at odds, without saying that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm still going to be your consistent mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I shouldn't try to really contact him. I mean, usually I would text him. We don't usually talk by phone or anything, but usually I would text him.
But I even think, so Loretta, I'm going to ask you not to try to overthink this too much, but just following up what Jill was saying, like simple and short is best. So I'm like, you can send him a text, Merry Christmas, I love you. That's it.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. Or include a Christmas card in there.
Yeah.
Thinking of you all. Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Really basic. Yeah.
All right, Loretta, thanks for calling in today to New Life Live. And I love what she said at the beginning of the phone call, that she thought of us first when this situation came up in life. And that can be the same with you. We want you to remember us when it comes to things like this. Whenever you're going through a struggle in your life or something, just say, you know what, I'm going to call New Life next time they're in. And like today, we're going to be here in the studio for 2 hours. So we welcome your phone call, 1-800-229-3000.
Can we send her Doing Life with Your Adult Children?
Yes, Doing Life with Your Adult Children. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay.
Jill Hubbard. 1-800-229-3000. Also want to remind you guys about the Healthy Holidays webinar that is coming up tomorrow. It's a faith-based webinar. If you're feeling overwhelmed by family expectations, overcommitments, or emotional pressure, join us beginning at 5 p.m. Central for this Healthy Holiday Boundaries webinar. It'll help you feel cool, calm, collected, connected, and Christ-centered during this holiday season. And if you can't watch it live, maybe you've already got another commitment tomorrow. The Christmas parties are in full swing, so you might be attending one tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. Then register anyway, because we'll send you a link that's good for 7 days that you can watch anytime, maybe this weekend or something when things are a little more calm in your life, so that you can figure out how to be calm, cool, and collected for the rest of the season. So get all the details about that at newlife.com or call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. More phone calls coming up, and we're still waiting for you to call in to New Life Live, 1-800-229-3000.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Townsend. The new year is a perfect time to move from intention to action. If you felt a nudge to deepen your leadership, your counseling, or coaching skill set, the Townsend Institute at Concordia University, Irvine can help you move forward. We offer accredited online degree programs in counseling, leadership, executive coaching, and consulting, from certificates to master's to PhD programs. Classes for spring 2026 begin in February with flexible online options designed for busy professionals. If growth is on your list for the year ahead, take a next step today. Sign up for our online information night, Townsend Institute Live, on Wednesday, January 14th. You'll interact directly with our faculty, our staff, and our alumni. You'll get your questions answered, and we'll waive your application fee for attending. So learn more and register at cui.edu/Townsend. I hope to meet you soon. God bless.
For over 35 years, New Life has been the most trusted name in Christian counseling.
Your ministry has saved my life.
If you struggle with emotional hurt, family or marriage problems, the pit of depression, or the pain of addiction, we can help.
I'm down 100 pounds now from what I was.
I found a counselor through New Life Ministries, and it's just been outstanding.
Our treatment programs provide clinically appropriate solutions from licensed professionals, all in a biblical framework.
I have had problems with alcohol. I think God has ordained this place to be His.
You don't have to be a prisoner of your pain. Help is available at 1-800-NEW-LIFE.
She tells me that I'm a new man, and I feel like a new man.
It worked for me, and it can work for them too.
This time it is different.
If you're ready to take the first steps toward genuine spiritual and emotional healing, call us today at 1-800-NEW-LIFE. God can open the door for a better tomorrow.
To get someone that's competent, that's good at what they do, it's been like day and night compared to what I've had before.
Call 1-800-639-5433. To find out more information about New Life or to order any of the resources mentioned on today's program, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. Now back to New Life Live.
Kaylin is calling from Boston, Massachusetts, listening on Sirius XM channel 131. Hey, Kaylin, thanks for calling in today. 1-800-229-3000 is the number for everyone else. How can we help you today, Kaylin?
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. So I was just driving in the car with my 18-year-old daughter, and she had an appointment, so she's not in the car with me right now. She knows I called you because I ran it by her first. But so she just turned 18 in October. She's been dating a boy for 6 months, and they met at youth group at church, and they're already talking about getting married. And yes, and so she gets very defensive when I'm not supportive of it and tell her that I think that they're too young. And so I'm trying to, I just need help. I don't know how to have a healthy conversation about this when I truly feel like they are too young.
Right. Can I ask a question? Is Dad in the picture?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've been married for 23 years.
Awesome. What's your husband's response to all of this?
He thinks it's young too. I mean, in 6 months, that they've only known each other for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we both know. I mean, marriage is very difficult.
As I like to say it, our best selves get married, and then our real selves show up.
Exactly. So, Kaylin, but I think hitting it as you're too young, I don't know that that's the route to go. Obviously, that's what you fear, and so you want to warn her. She's young. Is she still in high school?
Yeah.
Okay, she's still in high school.
She's finished with high school.
Oh, she's done with high school. Okay, so she graduated early?
Yeah, she graduated just this past year, yes.
Yes.
We homeschooled, so she finished her
got
last
you.
year.
Okay. And are there plans for her to do any further education?
Yeah, she has some other things, that she has in mind. She just, like whether she's going to, hairdressing school or schools for esthetician, like that type of thing. So that's still
okay. Okay, so she's not thinking of going away to like a 4-year school. So for her, it's getting a career, and then you can see why she might be thinking about marriage. And has she had other boyfriends?
Like very short-term ones.
Okay.
Nothing serious. Yeah.
Okay. So I think more the idea, well, one, to validate her feelings. It's obvious you guys really care for each other. And so if you think this guy may be the one, then, it's important to do all the prep for that. There are books to read. There are classes to take. And to, give the relationship the time in, prior to getting engaged, of growing, like seeing each other through every season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's optimal for people to date about 2 years, not just 1 year, because you stay idealistic in 1 year, but to have about 2 years of dating, especially the younger you are, before getting engaged. So it's okay for her to kind of have these fun feelings and fantasize, and you can validate all that. But
absolutely.
Right, but because if you just put up the wall of you're too young, no, we can't talk about this, you're really raining on her parade. And all of the good, she's going to then, pull away. So it's like, well, tell me, get her talking. You talk less, let her talk more. What do you like about this guy? Is this what you envisioned for marriage? What are the good things? Have you guys ever had an argument? How do you deal with conflict? You start getting her to articulate things, I think is really important. And so see this as a process and a journey. If she dates this guy 2 years, she may be ready for marriage.
What are his plans for the future?
They're talking like marriage like soon.
Okay, well, we want to be wise. Are they met at church? They're Christians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she said so they go to a different church than my husband and I.
Okay.
Because it's more, they have more of a youth population at the church that she goes to.
Okay.
And she's convinced that if she sits down with the pastor that he's going to be all for, getting married at 18. And I said, well, then I think you should go and have that talk with him and see what he says.
Absolutely.
And
And I got to jump in because I think that I do think that 18 is too much of the emphasis, because we know people that got married at 18 and made it work. We know people that got married at 48 and didn't make it work. Because she can argue the arbitrariness of the number all day long, even though we know it means something. And I like Jill's advice. In fact, I like Jill's advice above mine. So I'm going to preface that because we want her talking about what are her desires, what are her expectations, why is she going down this path, and affirming that, but also understanding, like, again, those whys are really important. The other aspect for me is I'm like, there's an idealistic distortion that they're in. And so they could be looking at each other for a rescue for a problem that they can't solve. Now, that would be my number one concern, because, like, for me, it's like I'm asking about Dad, because as Dad, I want to sit down and be like, okay, like this, I am going to rain on your parade, because I'm going to show you exactly what the cost of living is. I'm going to show you exactly the stressors, like career development. I'm going to show you exactly what 20s are for. The 20s are for still figuring yourself out.
So are you saying sit down with daughter or sit down
both
with
of them? If I'm Dad, I'm sitting down with both of them, and I'm like, okay, we're going to get to the find out stage right now. And not from a place of like punitiveness, but from I want you to make daughter, potential future son-in-law. If you're going to make this decision, I'm going to make sure that I do what I can, that you're going to have an informed decision as much as humanly possible. It's going to be up to you. You're adults. I'm also going to let you know what I'm going to support and what I'm not going to support. So.
Well, and what about
So when.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Caitlin.
So, like, what does that look like? Because, like, what I say that she's 18, but that isn't the only reason. Like, I just know how young.
Yes, There's a lot of personal growth that needs to happen ahead of them. There's a lot of life experience that has not happened, and they don't know what they don't know. And so that's where I'm going to ask them the questions, and I think part of this too is opening up about your own experience, letting them into your lives. Now, at the end of the day, the hardest thing to do, Kaylin, is knowing that you're not in charge of their decisions.
Right, and I said that.
And you got to let that go. But I do think that you need to hold that your husband and you need to be in alignment around boundaries about what you'll support and what you like. I'll be at the wedding, I'll be all that, but I'm not paying a mortgage. I'm not paying another person's mortgage.
And here's the thing: if they want to get married, then it would probably be a good idea for your daughter to live on her own first, because that's the best teacher. Right? So, daughter, if you're moving in this direction, because for her to go from your home where everything's taken care of, I'm assuming, to living with someone.
Oh, there's going to be a shock period.
Yeah.
That's shock and awe.
It's your job to prepare her. So let's set her up outside of the home.
So
first,
Caitlin, maybe give the phone to your daughter and she can call in next hour, because we're going to be here for another hour. We'd love to talk to her on New Life Live.
Thanks for listening. We hope this program has helped you by giving you insights for handling the challenges you face in your life. We want you to know that we're here for you, but you also need to know that New Life Live is a listener-supported ministry. To make your donation or to get any of the resources mentioned on today's program, call 1-800-NEW-LIFE. That's 1-800-639-5433 or online at newlife.com. Please join us again tomorrow for New Life Live.